So um, I'll share the screen. All right. Kita niya na ba? Okay. Sige. So our lesson is the sound of music of the Philippines. So uh, the music in the Philippines started from the prehistoric times, yung from super early, and meron tayong history, same like the other mga naunang tao, no, like the Egyptians, like the Sumerians, and mga ganyan. May prehistoric time tayo before Magellan had discovered us. No? And during the prehistoric, music in the Philippines was primarily part of the indigenous cultures of the various tribes and communities and inhabited the island. So more on indigenous, grupo-grupo, no? Sabi nga, may mga more on mga people are creating lives near the rivers or mga water formations, mga dagat, ganon, mga lawa, kung saan may tubig, doon yung mga tao na nagkukumpul-kumpul, no? Because water is a necessity for humans to live, and of course, mga resources are coming from the water, no? It's either ilog o kaya lawa, dagat. Ayan, bihira yung mga tao na umaakit ng bundok. Ayan, pero most likely they live doon sa malapit sa tubig. And these early settlers expressed themselves through their ethnic musical instrument and playing appropriate songs for courtship, no? So ginagamit natin yung music noon pa man for courtship, paliligaw, yan, marriage, kasalan, yung harvest, and offerings. Pag sinabing offerings, these are most likely about our gods during those times. Pagano yung mga Pilipino before tayo sakupin ng mga Espanyol at turuan tayo ng relihiyon. Ayan, we are pagans. We worship the sun, we worship the trees, the weather, ayan, yung mga pangyayari. Ayan, and we offer doon sa mga entities na nakikita natin sa kalangitan. Ayan, katulad ng buwan, katulad ng araw. Ayan. So, masyadong creative yung Pilipino, even in the prehistoric times, that kahit panliligaw, yan, marriage, and the harvest, lahat ng event meron tayong music, no? Meron tayong music para doon. Music was an integral part of their lives, with songs and dances being performed for various occasions from birth to death, no? May pinanganak, merong awit para diyan. Merong bata, may sanggol na umiiyak, meron tayong awit yan, pampatulog ng bata. Mula bata hanggang sa mamatay yung isang tao, meron tayong awitin. Ganun ka creative yung mga Pilipino, and ganun ka integral, ganun kahalaga yung music doon sa kultura ng mga Pilipino, no? Yun yung dahilan. So each tribe has its own unique musical traditions, including dances and songs. Bukod sa dances and songs, meron din kada tribo o kada grupo na sariling musical instrument. Ito na nasa example ito. So this is for early stages ng violin, no? Para isa siyang stringed instrument. Ito nakita niyo sa picture. So the common traditional instruments of the Filipinos during the prehistoric times are the flutes. Yan, marunong tayo ng mga wind instruments, hinihipan. We have the nose flutes. Yung nose flutes are yun nga, syempre, kung may flute para sa bibig, may para sa ilong, same lang din ang concept. It's such that mas less yung force na needed doon sa nose flutes. Yun yung kaibahan ng nose flutes sa regular flute, kasi yung force ng pag-ihip sa flute, medyo kailangan mo ng force, mas malakas dapat. Ayan. Pero yung nose flutes, maliliit lang na mga instrumento. Ayan, parang kung alam niyo yung ano ba tawag dito? Yung instrumento na yan, yung ah ano Alam niyo ba yun? Yung tutukoy ko. Yung gano'n. Parang, ang tawag dito, hinihipan natin. Pero meron silang gano'n. Pero instead of yung ginagalaw-galaw is naka-steady lang siya. Naka-steady lang siya, maikli para hindi ganun kalakas yung force na needed. Yun. And yun na, no, more on may pinipindot. So, we also have guitars, no, yung mga traditional instruments natin. Nakikita niyo diyan sa example niya, nasa picture. So yan, may mga gitara, may mga pinupukpok katulad dun sa taas, made of mga tingga, no? Mga tingga at mga copper instruments. Ayun, sa baba naman are mga string instruments naman yan. And we have the nose flute in particular, was popular in the northern regions of the Philippines. Another significant instrument is the kulintang, a traditional Filipino instrument composed of 8 bronze gongs with different pitches. No? Pag pinukpok mo yung gitna niyan, iba-iba yung tining ng tunog. This instrument is also common in other Southeast Asian countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, and Brunei. So these instruments are common with other Southeast Asian countries, na mga countries din na naging bahagi ng ating nung kalakalan natin. Yan. So sila yung mga kumbaga kasama natin sa trading. Kaya nakikita natin na may gumagamit sila ng ganun, and it's either we trade with them yung mismong instrument, or sometimes kinokopya natin, no? Kapag nagandahan tayo dun sa tunog, yung mga katutubo natin, pag nagandahan sila sa tunog, may chance na ginagaya rin nila yon. So naalala ko na patalas pala ako. So after the common traditional instruments of our country, we have the Spanish and Mexican influences in music. Tandaan nyo, 300 taon tayong naging alipin, no, ng Spanish. So at least meron tayong nakuha doon sa mga Espanyol, and that is the influence, no, sa musika. At yung mga influence na yung mga awitin, mga tugtugan, mga melodiya, yung melody, yung bilis, yung tempo, ayan, na-copy natin doon sa mga Espanyol. So, the influence of Spanish and Mexican cultures on Filipino music can be traced back to the period when the Philippines was ruled by the Spanish viceroyalty. The introduction of Spanish and Mexican dances in the Philippines led to the Filipino composers incorporating these dances into the local culture, and some of the dances that are considered Filipino today are but originated from Spain, include the polka. Yan, yung polka. Polka yan yung mga sayaw na nakabilog-bilog na damit. Kaya doon nagsimula rin yung polka dots na tinatawag. Yung kanilang step din is halos ganun din yung orientation, nakatipto na mabilis yung kanilang galaw. We have the tango. Yan, yung tango is more on the romantic dances na medyo aggressive yung speed. Hota, rigodon, yung rigodon naman, yung hota hindi ko gaano familiar hota, pero the rigodon is marami ito, no. Maraming nagpapalit-palit ng mananayaw, yung pares pa. So maraming mananayaw, tapos umiikot sila. Yan, umiikot sila kapag may bilang, may certain count. Kapag pumalo na yung combo na tinatawag, magpapalit ng partner. So yung kapartner mo ngayon, malilipat siya sa katabi mo. Yung katabi mo naman, makukuha mo yung partner niya. Paikot-ikot, no? Kaya may nauso yung, kung pamilya kayo sa pelikulang Rigodon, ibig sabihin papalit-palit. Yun yung ganun yung concept. And of course, the sortido. Yan, hanapin nyo na lang kung ano yung sortido. Pero those are very, hindi na nag-survive yung sortido during the 1800s. Hindi na masyadong nag-survive yung sortido. Kasi nga, masyadong Mexicano. Masyadong Spanish-Mexican yung kanyang tempo. At hindi pumapatok doon sa mga Pilipino. And many of the Filipino folk songs have variation in their lyrics, melodies reflecting the diverse cultural heritage of the Philippines. These songs are often sung in different Filipino language, including Tagalog, Ilocano, Visayas, and Pampanga, ibig sabihin yung Kapampangan. They are they are an important part of the country's cultural identity and are still taught and sung in schools and communities today. No, katulad ito yung mga example ng mga nakikita niyo ba yung nakasulat examples of Filipino folk songs. No? Siyempre yung Bahay Kubo, and a song that describes various vegetables and fruits grown in the traditional Filipino garden. Yung Dandansuy is a Visayan folk songs about a man named Dandansuy who is leaving his hometown. Leron Leron Sinta, a Tagalog folk song about a man and a woman who are flirting with each other. So, ano talaga yan? So, yung sa Leron Leron Sinta, pag naputo lang sa nga, humanap ng iba, ganun yung, So, Namamaskoy is a Tagalog Christmas song that describes the Filipino tradition of going from house to house to ask the blessing. Yan, Namamasko po. Yung, sa aming bahay. Yung tawag ng mga bata sa aming bahay. So, Pamulinawin is an Ilocano love song that expresses the longing of a man for his beloved. Paru-Parong Bukid is a Tagalog folk song that compares a butterfly to a farmer working in the field. Then we have the Pen Pen de Sarapen, a Tagalog children's song that describes the sound of a rooster crowing. And then last is the Sampung Mga Daliri, no, a Tagalog children's song that teaches children to count using their fingers. So these are the marami yung folk songs pero ito yung mga pinaka kumbaga famous na folk songs because these songs are being sung in the schools, no. Marami tayong mga folk songs pero they are more on the consumption type of songs or yung mga hindi require ng eskwelahan na pakinggan, kantahin, kundi kumbaga more on listening purposes lang yung ginagawa. That's why hindi natin siya masyadong hindi siya masyadong naipapasa from generation to generation unlike these folk songs, no? And then we have the different music, no, in the country, in the Philippines. And some of that is bukod dun sa folk songs, we have the folk and country na tinatawag. The folk and country music in the Philippines have been influenced by various genres and cultural traditions. Some notable examples of Filipino folk songs and country include yung Himig Natin, and a popular Pinoy folk rock song by the Filipino rock band Juan de la Cruz Band, known for its patriotic and rebellious lyrics. Pinoy folk rock in country music, yan, best 100 OPM love songs. So, sa country or folk, pumapasok din yung OPM na tinatawag natin, yung only Filipino music. Yan. They are country because yung classification ng folk and country is yung author o yung singer, no, yung writer nung folk nung song should be a native Filipino. Ibig sabihin dito sinilang, no, yung kanyang citizenship kailangan Pilipino siya. Yun yung nagiging basehan natin para matawag natin country music o yung isang awitin. So technically lahat ng song na ginawa ng Pilipino, we call them country song or folk songs. Pero later on nagkakaroon ng variations yon based on syempre the music is the music is eternal. Ibig sabihin available siya palagi pero hindi yung popularity niya will not be parang forever na popular, parang gano'n, kundi time subjective yung popularity ng mga songs ng music, no, kaya nagkaroon tayo ng mga variations ng folk and country music at pumasok nga yung term natin na pop music o yung popular music. So yung pop music in the Philippines, also known as Pinoy pop or P-pop, refers to the contemporary pop music originating from the OPM, original Filipino music genre. Now, tandaan nyo that the OPM is ideally country music or folk songs. Such that contemporary siya, so it doesn't masyado kasi tricky yung country, no? Pagka sinabi mo rin country, bukod sa kailangan yung artist ay galing sa bansa na yon to consider to be a country music, is the country should country music should also, the lyrics, if you content analyze the lyrics, should talk about doon sa country of origin, no, doon sa pinanggalingan. Unlike sa pop music na parang contemporary, kahit ano, no, kahit ano, basta pumatok doon sa mga tao, we consider that as pop music. Ganun yung nagiging difference niya. Doon lumalayo, doon differentiate yung pop music sa country music. Kahit hindi about about the country of origin, about Philippines yung music, basta popular at yung artist ay Filipino, no? Na minsan kino-consider natin siyang pop music. Ayun. So it has its beginning in the late 1970s and has since undergone a significant growth and transformation, matching the country's economic and cultural resurgence. Filipino pop songs are typically characterized by their catchy melodies and relatable lyrics and mix of Tagalog and English language known as Taglish. No, but ayan, more of may mga Taglish na pinaghahalong English at Pilipino, o kaya meron din tayong mga popular music na gumagamit tayo ng iba pang lengguwahe, no. Ah, Ayan. So examples of pop music is yung Mamang Sorbetero, kaya yun yung nasa picture dyan is Mamang Sorbetero, yung Mr. Ice Cream Man by Celeste Legaspi, yung alam niyo na yan, hanapin niyo na lang yun. So yung Nandito Ako by Ogie Alcacid, yan. Luha ng Aegis, Paubaya by Moira, so name it, no? And then we have the Gento by SB19, 'di ba? So technically basta popular, pumatok, marami nakinig at pinapakinggan sa radyo, no? At ini-air sa radyo dito sa Pilipinas, we consider those as pop music. Ganun lang siya kasimple. And last is yung different from the popular music that are contemporary. The hip hop music is it follows a certain melody na more on the origin is not contemporary but rather more of American. No, yun yung hip hop music. So masyadong maliit ata yung yung PowerPoint ko. So hip hop music in the Philippines, also known as Pinoy hip hop, has a rich history and a significant presence in the country's music scene. The Philippines is recognized as having the first hip hop music scene in Asia, which can be attributed to its historical connections with the United States where hip hop originated. So, isa kasi tayo sa mga bansa na colonize ng Amerika, no? And syempre naging melting pot tayo ng kultura ng Amerikano, ng iba pang mga kultura, at kasama na nga doon yung Amerika. So, yung hip hop, yung tunog ng hip hop, no? Alam niyo naman yung tunog ng hip hop, 'di ba? So inadapt 'yon ng maraming mga artists, mga musicians sa Pilipinas, at nilapatan nila ng mga liriko, no, ng mga sariling lyrics sa Tagalog, o kaya minsan sa hip hop music din nauso yung mga Tagalize na mga music, yung tinagalog na music, yung parang version natin pero Tagalog yung lyrics, pero merong origin na English or American yung tunog. Filipino hip-hop artists have released music in various language and dialects including Tagalog, Bicolano, Chavacano, Cebuano, Ilocano, and English. In the early 2000s, Filipino hip-hops gained popularity among the country's youth, rivaling the traditional popularity of Pinoy rock. Yan, may iba pa yung Pinoy rock music. And Pinoy rock is more on the old country music and ng Amerika. Yan. Kung titingnan niyo na maigi, although the Spanish has influences in our dances, in our culture, no? Hindi mo pa rin, most of our music are coming from America. Yung rock music, the hip hop music, yan. Actually, more on the foreign sounds like music sa Pilipinas are coming from America, originated from the America. That's because kahit 300 years yung ating pagkasakop ng Espanya doon sa Pilipinas, eh yung mga Amerikano ang nagturo sa atin ng lengguwahe. Nagturo sa atin magsulat, nagturo sa atin ng pagbabasa. So yun yung naging dahilan. Ah, kaya ano kaya most of our music na lyrical, mga sinasabing lyrical. Pag napansin mo yung Spanish music, yung Spanish influences sa music natin is more on dance and movement, no? Hindi siya lyrical, hindi siya yung about meanings, hindi siya ganoon no? More on the melodies and tempos, yung tempo, yung bilis, yung impluwensya sa atin ng Spanish and Mexican. Unlike the American, that more on the lyrical, no? Lyrical, how to communicate, how to say something. Ganun yung ganun yung influences ng America, more on lyrical aspects of music, yung ng America. That's because language din yung nakuha natin o ang nagturo sa Pilipinas ng language o ng lengguwahe, paraan ng pagsalita, paraan ng pakikipag-usap ay mga Amerikano. So, parang automatic yon na nakuha rin natin pati yung kanilang mga musika, pati yung kanilang mga paraan ng pag-awit. Ayan. So some notable artists who have um, contributed to the growth of the Philippine hip hop scene include syempre the Francis Magalona, ayan, Andrew E, ayan, Denmark Beware, KO's, Michael V, and Glock 9. Ayan, hindi ko kilala sila Denmark sa Beware sa si KO's, pero kilala ko si Francis Magalona kasi Michael B. and Glock 9, syempre. The culture of hip-hop in the Philippines is considered one of the oldest and most established in the Southeast Asia and possibly the entire Asian continent. Filipino hip-hop encompasses various elements such as mobile DJs. Yung mga mobile DJs, yan ah, yung mga siniset up lang, 'di ba, yung narinig mo sa monumento, yung malakas na sound system. Ayan, mga mobile DJs yung tawag natin diyan. Pero the mobile DJs are more of the um yung nasa kalsada na may speaker lang at merong microphone. Ayan, and then they play music or kaya kumakanta. Yan, those are the mobile DJs or disc jockeys na tinatawag. Um, Ayan, so yung concept niya. The turntables, yung turntablism is yung may wak wak wak, yung may ini-scratch na tinatawag. Yung scratches na yan, isa tayo sa mga ang Pilipinas, yung isa sa mga kumbaga well-established yung kultura na ganyan. Yan. Compare sa kaysa sa mga iba pang bansa na nasa Asia, no? That's because the turntables are coming from America, and then mga doon nga may connection tayo sa Amerikano, and then may access tayo sa turntables unlike the other countries in Asia na hindi sila naging sabi natin hindi sila naging alipin, no, or na-colonize ng Amerika. That's why they don't have access or idea on the turntablism na tinatawag, o yung pagsasabay-sabay. Alam mo yun, yung remix na tinatawag natin. Halos more on Filipino yan. Kasi more on Amerikano yan. Okay? And syempre the Filipino rap, no, yung rap music sa Pilipinas. Iba rin yung may mga magaling din tayong mga rapper dito sa Pilipinas. And meron nagsusurvive na mga kultura ng mga hip-hop dito sa Pilipinas compared sa ibang bansa na nasa Asia. So the genre has evolved over the years, incorporating different styles and influences while maintaining its unique Filipino identity. So yun yung kagandahan. Hanggang ngayon meron pa rin tayong mga flip top, 'di ba? Yung flip top. Sabi natin modern balagtasan daw yung hip hop, yung flip top, 'di ba? Kung meron lang tayong face to face, pag-flip topin ko kayo sa klase. Gusto niyo ba 'yon? Kasi baka manira lang kayo ng manira ng kapwa niyo. Na joke lang. So, okay pa ba kayo dyan? Yun. Yun ang gusto ko. Masagot. Next. Ngayon, that leads us to the activity for week 6. No? So, that leaves us to the activity for week 6, which is TikTok tayo. No, yung TikTok tayo, huwag kayong kabahan, hindi yan individual. Group yan. So, anong gagawin natin? Make a group with 2 to 4 members. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng dalawa kayo, partner, tatluhan, o kaya apatan. Okay? So, kayo nang bahala nun, maghanap. Pero hindi pwede mag-isa lang, no? kailangan dalawa at least, may ka-partner ka. Para ano, para kasi pag isa-isa lang, ano, walang collaboration. Gusto ko ng collaboration. So, hanap kayo, ka-partner, o kaya tatlo kayo, o kaya apat kayo. Hindi pwedeng lima kayo. Ayoko na masyadong marami. Okay? So ngayon, go to TikTok, FB Reels, or YouTube Shorts. Okay? Open nyo yung app nyo kung may TikTok kayo. Pag wala, FB Reels siguro. Meron mo kayong FB. 'Di ba? O kaya YouTube. Baka may YouTube kayo. Now, find a Filipino music. Find a Filipino music. Either a folk, hip-hop, pop, or prehistoric, no? Pwedeng prehistoric. Mag-ano kayo, magdandansoy kayo, no? Pwede. Pwede rin magkakatulad 'yan. Pero syempre, may mas okay pa rin pagka magkakaiba kayo, no? Pag-isipan niyo ng maigi with your team members, create a 60 seconds to 20-minute video. No, ang minimum natin is 60 seconds. Yung maximum natin is 2 minutes video, no? With your selected Filipino music. So, 'di ba naghanap na nga kayo ng Filipino music? Pwede kayo mamili kahit ano, basta Filipino music, no? Pwede kayo gento, 'di ba? Ganun kayo. Okay lang 'yun. Um Now, what will you do with your selected music? Your group should, no, not can. Your group should perform either dance challenge, pwedeng music cover, o kaya collaborations, or dubbing or voice over. So pwede kayo na bahala maging creative. Basta ang basis nyo is Filipino music. No, may napili kayong Filipino music, create kayo ng video, 60 seconds o kaya 60 seconds to 20 minutes to 2 minutes, haba ng 20 minutes. 60 seconds to 2 minutes. Mag-dub kayo, voice over, pwede dance challenge, 'di ba? Magaling kayo sumayaw, di dance challenge kayo. Walang problema sa akin 'yon. Music cover, kanta kayo. Pwede naman kayong kumanta eh. Collaboration, paano ba yung collaboration? Search na lang sa TikTok kung paano yung mga collab nila. Ayan. And then, ay yung collab yung parang ano, yung parang yung ano yun, yung parang yung video niya may binibidyohan mo rin sarili mo. Parang ganun, ganun yung collab na alam ko eh. So, parang halimbawa may naunang video and then nagre-react ka doon sa second video o kaya ginagaya mo. O kaya may naunang video, kumakanta siya tapos yung second video mo naman yung first video tumutugtog siya, yung second video naman kumakanta ka. Pwedeng ganun, no? So ngayon, meron na kayong napag-isipan niyo na anong gagawin ninyo. Gawa na kayo ng video. After making the video, upload it in TikTok. It should be uploaded. Okay? So, gandahan nyo, kasi i-upload sa TikTok yan. Sir, pag wala pong TikTok, saan po? Pwede sa Facebook. No? Facebook Reels. Kailangan yung nag-exist na siya. Hindi pwede yung my day lang. Kailangan nag-exist na siya. So, Reels. Yun, may upload nyo yan. And then, or YouTube Shorts. Pero yung YouTube Shorts kasi is more of 60 seconds lang, 1 minute lang yon. Baka lumagpas kayo lalagpas kayo niyan ng 60 seconds. So hindi na siya YouTube Short. So i-consider na siya na full format, yung full length na video. Now, pagka na-upload nyo na yung video ninyo sa TikTok o kaya Facebook o kaya ay YouTube, generate the link, no, yung share link, and then make a QR code from that. So ibig sabihin, ang gusto ko, pag in-scan ko yung QR code na yon, mapupunta ako dun sa video ninyo. Okay? Naintindihan nyo ba? Thumbs up ka kung naintindihan nyo ako. Yan. Lumagi. Yan, lansang bilid. Ayan, thank you. So, ngayon, yung QR code nyo na yon, i-print nyo, no? And then, gupitin ninyo, i-paste nyo doon sa bond paper na may border. Katulad nung last time. Para, meron kayong included na meron kayong nasa, ang tawag dito? Nasa portfolio. Okay? Ngayon, sir, baka po masyado po kaming magipit ng oras. On on Tuesday on our next meeting, no? Para dun sa mga ibang listener natin na hindi Tuesday ang schedule. On the next meeting this October, our first meeting this October, hindi ito kasama sa isasubmit. Okay? Dito kasama sa isasubmit. Ang isasubmit lang ay yung activity for week 3 ba? 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, 3, 4, and 5. Yun lang ang isasubmit sa first meeting natin on October. Ito, ipapasa nyo ito on the second meeting of October. So that is 10 or 11 pag Wednesday ka, 11 or 13 kapag Friday ka. Nagigets nyo ako? Thumbs up na ako, nagigets nyo ako? Ipapasa nyo ito kayong Tuesday group on October 10. Okay, so meron kayong 2 weeks to do the video. 60 seconds lang. Kahit nga ngayon gawin nyo, pwede. Kayo pa ba? Creative kayo eh. Mga taga-EE, mga artistic yan. Diba? Mga kento. So, good luck. Good luck ha. Pero, ayan. So, nagigets nyo ha. Ayan. So, ngayon, hindi pa tapos yung ating klase. Discuss ko naman yung music influenced by experience in life. Yung idea is that the music all throughout the history is being naglungkot si Santiago. Ba't ka nag-cry, girl? Huwag ka na mag-cry. Sorry na. Mabilis na lang to. Pwede talaga. Music is influenced by experience in life. No? Tandaan niyo yan. Just like the other art, music is a go-to for our expression, our artistic expression. And most of our artistic expression coming from our experiences in life. So yung iba sa atin, kapag malungkot, instead of creating poem, they created lyrics, no? And then they adapt certain melodies, and then may musika na sila. Ganun yung concept. So music is an essential and indispensable. It's indispensable aspect of culture and community for several reasons. Napakahalaga, hindi pwedeng alisin doon sa lipunan natin, yung musika, because number one, music is a cultural identity and expression. Music is a universal facet of human existence, and each culture has its own unique form of music that helps define its identity. Kaya kung titingnan mo ng maigi, yung bawat katutubo ng bawat grupo ng mga katutubo natin sa Pilipinas, meron silang sariling musical instrument, meron silang musical melodies, mga ganon. Yan. So, because it helps define its identity. Yung parang sariling identity natin, kung sino tayo, o yung grupo na kinabibilangan natin, yung lipunang kinabibilangan natin are best expressed by the music that is being created within our society, within our culture. Yan. So, best way to express our way of thinking, what is valuable doon sa lipunan. Ayan. Music yung isa sa mga pinaka best way, no, at madali na pamamaraan na mag-express. Yan. So it serves as a way to celebrate cultural traditions, connect people, and help individuals find their identity within a community. Music is often intertwined with other cultural elements such as food, clothing, and religion, further strengthening its role in shaping and expressing cultural identity. So yung mga pagkain, pananamit, yan, and religion. No? Yung religion, lahat kasi tayo may relihiyon. Yung when we talk about the religion as a part of the culture, kung titignan mo na maigi, lahat tayo meron tayong relihiyon. Kahit sabihin mo na, kasi yung definition natin ng relihiyon is kailangan meron kang sinasamba, di ba? It's either meron kang sekta o deliminasyon na kinabibilangan. Pero kung titignan mo na maigi, in the lowest level, the unit of a person, isang tao, meron siyang sariling relihiyon, no? Yung tao minsan sinasamba niya yung kanyang sarili, no? So how can we can express those religion, yung pagsamba natin, so whatever we worship, no, music and incorporate natin yun. Kasi nga madali eh. Madali, isipin mo, gagawa ka na ng tempo, isang kung may tempo ka ng palakpak, yun na yung instrumento mo, no? So yung palakpak mo na yun, you can add lyrics to that. Ganun lang kadali ganun lang kadali mag-create ng musika. Ayan. Um, and then later on, express cultural identity. Kung anong klaseng kultura meron yung isang grupo o kaya nabibilang yung isang tao. Another is the music is an essential, Another is the emotional and social connection. Music has the power to evoke emotions and create a sense of connection among individuals and communities. Um, for every gathering, there is a music for every gathering. Merong musika para doon. Ayan. So, but why we have music for every gathering? Because music binds people, no? Um, Kinokonekta niya yung tao sa isa pa at sa komunidad sa kinabibilangan niya. It can alter one's mood, change perception, and inspire change. 'Di ba? Pagka halimbawa may mag-eleksyon, 'di ba? Pag mag-eleksyon, meron tayong mga musika, may mga jingle tayo kada politiko. Meron tayong mga, alam mo 'yon, yung jingle pa lang, no? Jingles pagka mga political jingles or political music, it inspire change o kaya parang kapag masyadong appealing masyadong appealing yung music ng isang politiko, 'di ba? Matagal siyang nagre-retain sa isip natin, no? Sorry, umiiyak yung baby ko. Yeah. So, um asa na tayo? It can alter one's mood. Kung ikaw yung malungkot, pag nakinig ka ng music na masaya, pwedeng magbago yung pakiramdam mo, 'di ba? Kung it alters not just mood, it also alters certain perception. Yung sasabi niyan, changes perception. Hindi ka galit, no? Galit, alam mo yun, okay ka lang, tapos biglang nagalit, 'di ba? Ha? Oh, sige, sige. Okay, okay. Session na. Ito yung baby ko, may lagnat yung baby. Oo, may lagnat yung baby ko. Ayan. So, um, yan, may poop siya kasi kaya hindi ko pwedeng buhat, hindi ko pwedeng iupo. Okay, so whether it's through dancing, singing, or simply listening, music allows people to come together, express themselves, and form bonds. Yan ngayon nangyayari. Creates bonds. Alam mo yun, sabi namin, ako bilang communication major, kapag nagsasuggest kami ng saan magandang mag-renewal ng vow, no? Mag-renewal ng vow. Alam mo yun, pagka nanlalamig na kayo sa isa't isa ng jowa mo, no, saan maganda pumunta? No, punta kayo sa isang musical event. It's a concert o kaya doon sa isang bar na merong music. Yan. The music create bonds psychologically, no? Pagka taong nililigawan mo, dalhin mo sa musical concert o kaya yung bar na wag mo naman lasingin agad. Madali lang naman siya eh. Ano yun? Sabihin ko sana. Wala ako sabihin. Naalala ko yung kanta ni Tony Fowler. Thank you, ma. Ayan. Kinuha na wala. Ayan. Ayan, sasabi ko. The music has a magic that form bonds. Kapag kami nililigawan ka, wag mong wag mong dalhin lang sa fishbowlan. It has different attack, pero pagka musical event, basta sabi ko sa inyo, try nyo minsan kapag kayo nililigawan nyo, dalhin nyo sa concert ni Taylor Swift, din mo sasagutin ka na yan. Concert ni Taylor Swift yun eh. Anyway, so ayan, it form bond. Basta meron siyang it's magical because emotionally, it provokes emotion, and sasabi ko sa inyo, it form bonds, magical bonds. And then next is preservation of heritage. Now, music plays a crucial role in preserving human heritage by allowing people to interact with the lives of others through interpretation of sound. It helps broaden one's perspective, fostering open mindedness and empathy, which are essential qualities for understanding the differences in cultures across generation. Kapag meron tayong tunog, meron tayong certain sound genre or sabihin natin na sound identity nung music per generation. Parang pag sinabi mong 20s, no, mga 20s o kaya ay sorry, 2000s, yan, or 1990s, and then we have 80s, 70s and so on. Yung mga music na yan, more of they share a certain identity of sound identity, 'di ba? The retro, um we have the hip hop, we have the yung ano tawag dito, the other, yung mga tawag dito, yung mga nagchuchongke, hindi, joke lang. Yung tawag doon, yung mga naka-braid, di ba? Yung mga naka-braid, ano ba tawag doon? Ano tawag niyo doon? Reggae. Di ba yung reggae, mga nagchuchongke, no? Pangit ka usap. Pagka reggae, chuchongke agad.
Rastaman, sir.
Joke lang. De, joke lang. Pero yun, 'di ba? They share a certain identity na 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 unique doon sa generation na yon. So somewhat it preserve a certain heritage, cultural heritage or cultural identity during those times. Okay? Konti na lang 'to. Music is essential and sorry, communication and language learning. Music can help people learn a language and understand another way of life when sharing between cultures. The combination of melody, rhythm, and lyrics can make language learning more enjoyable and accessible, facilitating cross-cultural communication and understanding. Alam nyo, napakalaking bagay ng music, no, in learning language. Halimbawa, marami sa atin hindi marunong, maraming mga Pilipino hindi marunong mag-English, pero because of music, natututo sila doon sa natututo sila nung lengguwahe, 'di ba? Mga music, mga foreign language na mga songs, kaya nilang kantahin pero hindi nila maintindihan, 'di ba? Or sabihin natin na hindi nila lubusang nauunawaan yung buong lengguwahe, pero yung kanta, alam nila yung ibig sabihin, 'di ba? May mga kilala ko ng mga kumakanta, ang trip niya puro anime. Yung mga kanta ng mga anime, mga Ghost Fighter, kaya niyang kantahin 'yon. Pero hindi niya maintindihan yung Japan, 'di ba? Hindi niya maintindihan yung buong Japanese language, pero because of the song, the music, kaya niyang bigkasin, no? Kaya niyang sabihin yung mga words, ayan. And we learn different aspects of communication through music. 'Di ba? Paano natin natutunan yung alphabet? 'Di ba? Kinakanta kasi natin, 'di ba, yung ABCD, yung ganyan. So, we learn more with melody, with rhythm and melody. So, maganda siyang aspeto ng mahalaga siyang aspeto ng communication and language learning. Another is the healing and well-being. Music has the power to relax, inspire, and improve our well-being. It can be used as a tool for healing, self-expression, and personal growth. In times of joy, sadness, or celebration, music provides a source of comfort and support for individuals and communities. Di ba pag ikaw ay nasubukan niyo na ba mag-yoga? Pag nag-yoga kayo, may music yun na may music na parang pandagdag doon sa healing ng body na tinatawag natin. And also kapag nagpamasahe kayo, pagka alam niyo yung massage, yan, wag lang yung yung all the way, delikado yun, no? Mahirap yun pag all the way. So yung mga massage na houses na merong yung mga lang full body massage ganon. So they play music kasi yung music also adds doon sa healing process. And last na to, which is the social change and education. Music has been used as a vehicle for social change, bringing communities together and promoting education. It can help dismantle walls and boundaries, foster reconciliation, and inspire individuals to take steps towards impacting society. 'Di ba yung nagdagdag dun sa apoy ng pagbabago, 'di ba? Katulad nung revolution, nung EDSA People Power Revolution, nung ayan, mga revolutions. Um yung mga awit, 'di ba? Meron tayong mga songs na masyadong nationalistic. So, um nagdagdag ng apoy doon sa damdamin ng mga Pilipino. So, music's ability to connect influence and influence people sets its part as a powerful tool for positive change. Ayun. And that's the end of the slide. Ayan. Sorry I have to take a picture na para tapos na tayo. Mukhang may pasok rin naman kayo. So, let's take a picture. Ayan, para sa attendance natin. Currently, you are 36, no? Ayan, so, ayan, asa na iba? Ayan, teka lang ha. Iisip ko lang yung change layout. Ano yun? Ba't tumatawa ka, Micaela de los Santos? Ayan. Yun, oh. Taray, oh. Taray, sana all. Sana all may jowa, oh. Jowa mo yan, Neil? Jowa mo yan? Sana all. Charot. May asawa ako, may asawa ako. Maganda asawa ko. Okay na, picture na. Umano si Giovanni, sabi ni Giovanni, hindi raw wala daw forever. Pero lang. Sige na, picture na, picture na. Okay. Okay, okay na yan ha. One. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Teka lang ha, verify ko lang. Napicturean ko na yon. Teka lang ha. Hanggang ako na-capture ba? Yan, okay naman. O yun. Again, thank you so much EE para sa inyong pag-attend today this afternoon. I will upload the lecture on YouTube para pwede niyong balikan. Maraming salamat. Galing ni Kurt Balista oh. Sige na, bye-bye.